Hey everyone, it's Monday, July 10th, 2017, and it's time to go to work on music. It's been a really good day so far. I'm in a really good place and excited for a productive session. So, gonna hit some online classes real quick, going to do a super light guitar practice, and then maybe touch the production front a little bit today. Um, Honestly, today's session just got shortened by a couple outside factors, and that's going to happen sometimes, even with my best effort. So I don't feel bad about it, but at the same time, like I don't want every day to go this way. So just going to make some adjustments, and some things come up that are outside of our control, and sometimes you just take the loss and move on. So I'll update you guys with what I'm doing as I go through the session. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you guys get something out of today's video. Let's get into it. All right, definitely a lighter practice session than desirable right there, but happens. And just going to take the loss and make some adjustments and make sure that I minimize the odds of something like that happening in the future. It's hard sometimes to remember what all the priorities are amidst the things that come up in life, and sometimes there's things out of our control, like I said. So just do our best. But yeah, I got it on the online class front, just moved forward a little bit, doing some of the brainstorming worksheet from the most recent video in my music business class about album art and some of the post-studio steps like mix engineers and stuff like that. And that's productive. I have a pretty clear idea of what I'm thinking right now as far as the album artwork goes, but I want to stay open and just go through the exercises for the future, since I'll probably do this again at some point. And that was good. And then I got in on the guitar front, just kept my practice pretty light. I was working through some of the songwriting exercises from the Musicism online class that I've been doing, which I think is very good. And I'm making good progress with that. Then I just did a little bit of reading out of the recording secrets for the small studio book. The main takeaway from that today is twofold, actually. If you want a bigger drum sound, a lot of times that comes from smaller rooms, which can be a little bit surprising. I think the prevailing sort of myth out there is like the bigger the room, the bigger the sound, which is not necessarily true. But of course, it's all about how you do it, not what you do necessarily, that ends up creating the result that you want. So I think there's some room to breathe there. Then the other takeaway there was about just planning. If you know you're going to do any heavy processing at the mixing stage, trying to plan for that during the tracking session, like reducing spill between mics if you're going to heavily compress a mic, or if you're going to use drastic EQ on one microphone, then that of course is going to change the timbre of the backdrop sounds or the spill sounds that are getting into that microphone. So that's something to consider if you're tracking multiple live instruments or multiple microphones at the same time, which is, I think, just a good tip. So probably going to end the session there just for time purposes, which is a bummer because I really hate going a day without working on the music production front, which is like really the main impetus of what I'm working on right now. But I just didn't have it together today to plan the session better. So that was a good sort of loss, and I'll take that and be wiser and better tomorrow as a result. So appreciate you guys for tuning in. Hope you guys are out there grinding towards your goals, enjoying the process as much as possible, having fun with it, like I always say. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for more. Till then.